So the next example, you want to find out f prime of x, because find the derivative in all these problems. You need to find out the f prime of x, and also you need to find out f prime at 1, meaning you find out the derivative and then you will plug in x equals to 1. That's what you want to do here. Okay, let me write down the simplified form here. So f of x equals to, I want to distribute this, okay, 5 minus 80x divided by x squared minus 4. You see that? So why did I do that? Because I don't want to use product rule here, because this is just a constant. So the another thing you can do is you can pull that constant out and find the derivative of the inside only. That is perfectly fine. Or you can distribute this and then find the derivative. Okay. The first term has the derivative 0. The second term has the form u over v. You see that? It is like u over v. So the derivative will be u prime v minus u v prime over v squared. That's what I'm going to use. Okay. So what is f prime of x then? So the f prime of x is equals to 0 minus, okay, because the derivative of 5 is 0, and this minus u prime is 80 times the derivative of x is 1 times v x squared minus 4, okay, minus u is 80x times v prime is the derivative of x squared minus 4 is 2x. You see that? Divide by x squared minus 4. Now we simplify that. There is a negative sign at the front. So 80x squared minus 320. I'm distributing that, okay? Minus 80 times 2 is 160 x squared divided by x squared minus 4. Oh, by the way, I forgot the square here because the formula is v squared, right? Okay. So what do you get? So you get, so 80x squared minus 160x squared will be negative 80x squared, right? Minus negative 80x squared minus 320 divided by x squared minus 4 square. But there is negative, so I want to distribute this negative to both of these because this is common to all the terms, right? So you can distribute on the top only or bottom only, but you don't distribute on top and bottom both. Okay, so that will be 80x squared plus 320. I'm distributing that negative sign to both of those over x squared minus 4 to the square. Now I want to find out f prime of 1, meaning I want to replace x by 1. So you'll get 80 plus 320 because 80 times 1 square, that is just 80, right? And divide by, you get 1 minus 4 square. Because 1 square is 1, right? So 400 over 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Square of negative 3 is positive 9. That is the final answer. Okay, so 400 over 9 is the derivative, or basically it is the slope at a point x equals to 1. So how about this problem? Find the point at which fx equals to x squared over x squared plus 6 has a horizontal tangent. For horizontal tangent, the derivative must be 0, right? So we want to find out the point where the derivative is 0. So solution, let's find out f prime. So again, this is like u, this is like v, right? So it is u prime times v minus u times v prime over v squared. That is the formula, right? U prime is 2x times v is x squared plus 6, right? And then minus u times v prime. How do I do that? So minus u times, u is x squared, right? Minus x squared times, so you write minus x squared times v prime is the derivative of x squared plus c is again 2x, right? Divide by v squared is x squared plus 6 squared. You see that? So what you get is basically 2x times x squared is 2x cubed, right? 2x cubed, and then plus 12x minus 2x cubed, because I'm distributing that x squared times the 2x, right? Divide by, you get x squared plus 6 squared. See that they cancel out? this negative 2x cube and the positive 2x cube cancel out. So what is left there is basically 12x divided by x square plus 6 to the square. Okay, now for the horizontal tangent, for horizontal tangency, we need f prime of x equals to 0. Okay, that means you write 12x over x square plus 6 square is equals to 0. Now you want to solve for x. Okay, so look at this denominator. The denominator is never 0. For any value of x, the denominator is never 0, because if you take x negative, but squaring that negative value will give you positive, plus 6 will be bigger than 6. Okay, so that thing is non-negative, so you can divide by this non-zero number. Okay, divide this by non-zero number to solve for x. What do you get? You divide both sides by that. Okay, right? So it is like times x square plus 6 square, and then times x square plus 6 square, and then this will be 0, that will be 0, right? That will cancel out. So what is left at the end is basically 12x equals to 0. When you plug in 12, when you divide by 12, what do you get? Is x equals to 0. But you need to find the point, meaning x and y. If you plug in x equals to 0, what is y? Plug in that x equals to 0 here. Okay, so 0 over 0 plus 6 is 0 over 6, that is 0, right? So actually the point is 0 comma 0 is the final answer. All right, so this is the point where the tangent of the curve is basically horizontal. Okay, then the next example here is determine the value of x in the interval 0 to pi such that the rate of change is derivative, right? Don't forget that. Rate of change is also called slope. The derivative in case of the moving particle, rate of change is the velocity of the moving particle, okay, moving object. So here you want to find out the value of x where this and that function have the same rate of change, meaning their derivative are equal. So let's do that. What is f prime of x? It is secant x times the tangent x, right? And what is g prime of x? It is negative cosecant x times cotangent x. So you want to write them equal because it says they are equal, the rate of change are equal. So you write secant x times tangent x, okay, equals to negative cosecant x times cotangent x. You see that? So what you can do next is you can move, you can change them into the sine and cosine. Okay, all of them into the sine and cosine, or before that, let's change them into the sine and cosine. What do you get? So what is this? It is 1 over cosine x, right, times sine x over cosine x equals to negative cosecant x is 1 over sine x, right? Because the reciprocal of cosecant is sine, reciprocal of secant is cosine. Reciprocal of cotangent is tangent, right? That is cosine over cosine x over sine x. You see that? So now, do you know the cross multiplication? Or you can multiply by sine square x, and then that will cancel out, right? Or if you think about the cross multiplication, if you have done that before, the cross multiplication is if there is only one term, because there is a product, meaning this is the single term. That is the single term on the left. And then you can, if there is equal to sign in the middle, then you can multiply that with those, okay? So basically what you get here is, you will get this. So sine x times sine x times sine x is sine cubed x equals to cosine x times cosine x is cosine square x times cosine x equals negative cosine of cubed x. You see that? Now let's divide by cosine cubed x on both sides. Let's divide by cosine cubed x. Divide by cosine cubed x, right? If you do that, what do you get? That will cancel out. So the left side will become tangent cube x, okay? So that will be basically, this implies tangent cube x equals to negative 1. If you take the cube root, you will get tangent x equals to negative 1. So what values of tangent are -1? That falls between 0 and 2 pi. The tangent is negative in the second quadrant, right? The tangent is negative in the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So you will have to look at the value. The value of the tangent that is equals to 1 is 45 degree. Okay, so 45 degree, and that will be 135 degree, right? 135 degree is basically 3 pi over 4. X equals to 1 is 135 degree, that is 3 pi over 4. And the other value is in the fourth quadrant, that is 2 pi minus, because that one full circle is the 2 pi, right? 2 pi minus 35 degree, 2 pi minus 45 degree, because tangent 45 degree is 1. Okay, so here I did pi minus 45 degree is 135 degree. So pi minus 45 degree is 135 degree, and this is 2 pi minus 45 degree is basically 2 pi is 360 minus 45 is 315, not 225. Okay, 315 can be written as 7 pi over 4. So these are the values of x where the slope of these two functions or the rate of change of these two functions are equal to each other. Okay.